Christine Singer. Thank you for showing up to help judge my senior project. I would just like to begin by explaining a little bit about myself. I am 18 years old and I come from Woodstock, Georgia. I have always had a passion for the law and learning more about it. So I do intend to graduate from here and then pursue a career in the legal field at Georgia State University. My multi-genre research project was done on the teenage sex laws for the state of Georgia because it's a really controversial issue and people kind of struggle to comprehend all of the laws that apply strictly to teenagers. And so, having said that, my product is on teenage laws for the state of Georgia. For my product, I created a handbook of teenage laws strictly that apply to the state of Georgia. I started off with a table of contents. It was really a struggle deciding what to include and what not to include in the book. My first category, I went through the sex laws, and then the traffic and driving laws, the alcohol and substance laws, and then finally I have a works cited. All of these laws are already written laws, but some of them were difficult to source, so that was one of my main issues, was the works cited page. I had to go through at the end and cite everything, and my project facilitator had to help me with my citations and editing my book, which was another major struggle because I had to reorder some of the laws to make it a little more readable and a little more understandable. I also had to take out some of the code sections so it would also be a little more easy to comprehend because the audience for this novel, or for this handbook, is teenagers in the state of Georgia, so it needed to be a little bit easier to read and comprehend.
The pointer's on your desk if you want.
Yeah, I might need that. No. Okay. And now I'd like to introduce you to my project facilitator. His name is Wade Everett, and he is an attorney in Cartersville, Georgia. This was the day that we first met to start talking about my senior project, and we hammered out some of the main details. When I first started this, I didn't even know what I wanted to do for my product. I just knew that I wanted to do something in the legal field. He helped and guided me to allow me to discover and find out what I wanted to do for this project. One of the main parts of my project, and the part that took the longest, was the research. I had to go through and research and find all of the laws that apply to teenagers in the state of Georgia, and I had to compile them and then sort them to put them in my handbook. I also had to discover and decide what I was going to add into my book, as well as ordering it. I wasn't sure on how to, once I did all of my research, I wasn't sure how to put all of these things into a book, so I had to discuss with my project facilitator about how I was going to order everything and place it in my handbook. One of the main problems I encountered was with Flipsnack. My handbook is 28 pages long, and Flipsnack, the original program, only lets you post 15 pages. So I had to actually purchase a premium account and upload the 28-page handbook to Flipsnack. I also had trouble with the format of Flipsnack because they didn't like a lot of the ways that I ordered things, so I had to go through and save my file as a PDF and upload the PDF to Flipsnack for it to work properly. This was my final meeting with my project facilitator when we were going through and proofreading and having him sign up on my project. He had left some notes for me, and my main issue was, again, the citations. So he also had one of his secretaries read over my book as well to help me come up with some notes for it. After we had gone through and edited everything, he signed off on my project, and that was when I had to upload it as a PDF and then put it into FlipSnack. So this was a learning stretch for me because I had never really written a book or created a handbook of any sort. And I also had never really delved into the laws of that strictly apply to teenagers. And this is also usable to everyone, especially teenagers, because people don't generally have knowledge of laws that strictly apply to teenagers, like say, they don't know when teenagers aren't allowed to drive at night until they reach 18 and get a Class C license. I included all of that in my handbook as well as some examples. And then this will help me in my future career because I intend to be an attorney. And these laws are going to help not only me but other attorneys as well in their everyday practices. Seven exactly.